Hi, welcome back to our series of training videos on how to grow and juice wheatgrass. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about harvesting and juicing wheatgrass. Easy part to do, not very tough at all. But let's talk a little bit about a couple of different options in terms of juicers. This guy right here that we're going to be using is the Super Angel, and it is an unbelievably efficient wheatgrass juicer, probably the best wheatgrass juicer on the market, and it's priced accordingly. It's a really good choice for juice bars, and the real benefit of this guy is not only is it's built like a tank, but it squeezes literally every single ounce of or every drop of juice out of whatever juices. You'll probably not find cases where you have pulp that ejects drier than with this Super Angel. But if you'll visit us at www.wheatgrasskits.com, you'll find a gigantic line of juicers, multi-purpose juicers. They'll make nut butters and everything else. But our focus really is juicers that do well with wheatgrass. So we don't sell any juicers that don't juice wheatgrass well. Let me say that another way. If it's not listed on our website, it probably doesn't juice wheatgrass well. There's a lot of infomercials that tout juicers that claim to do wheatgrass. They do it very, very poorly and do a poor job of extracting juice from it. So anything you'll find on our site, from Samsons to Omegas to the Life Choice juicers to the Hurons to the Super Angels and the Wheatina Marvel juicers, all those may do other fruits and vegetables well, and we discuss those on the various pages on the site. But everything we sell juices wheatgrass. Now we also have some much more low-cost options. Probably our least expensive electric juicer is in the $300 range. We have in the $100 range our hand crank tabletop juicers. This is our make and model. It's under our brand Handy Pantry. This is our Hurricane, our most popular wheatgrass juicer. It is stainless steel, it is super thorough, and it clamps to a tabletop, and as you can see, it's a little hand crank juicer. So not only do you get your nutrition, but you also get your exercise with this, and of course it's nice and inexpensive, which is good. So we're going to go ahead and juice a little bit today using the Super Angel juicer. So let's first talk a little bit about how to harvest your wheatgrass. Pretty simple approach. You can do it with scissors, but just a plain old knife. All you've got to do on this guy is just grab some wheat from the corner. Now, if you take a look at how this is grown in here, you can see that the soil has been kind of really seriously held together in a nice grow mat. And that grow mat with the soil can be composted very easily. It's great to compost, and it composts fairly quickly. And again, if you've fertilized this with azomite trace mineral fertilizer, you're going to end up with very mineral-rich compost, which you can recycle and reuse for your next growings of wheatgrass. You can, if you were looking at the hydroponic growing kit that we had, the hydroponic Cocotech grow mat is biodegradable, is compostable, but it will take a long time to compost that down into reusable compost. But all we want to do is just grab this guy by the corner, and with a knife, we're going to cut fairly close to the root line. That's all it takes. And there is some wheatgrass, and we'll go ahead and juice that. Now let's talk a little bit about what happens after you've harvested an entire flat of grass all the way down. Can you let that regrow? The answer is sure. What you're going to find, though, is it grows very scraggly. It'll grow back very scraggly, and your second growth will yield a tiny fraction of the amount of juice that the first growth did. As a general practice, once we harvest a tray, we compost the mat and start over with a brand new tray. But again, you're welcome to let it regrow, and you can kind of see for yourself how that performs. Now, one other thing, once, you can certainly harvest as you need and let this tray grow, which we like. Right? For us, the whole benefit of wheatgrass isn't the nutritional value, it's the live foods value of wheatgrass. So if you harvest and juice the grass and drink it quickly, you get the maximum nutritional benefit from the life force and the living enzymes in the grass. So that's part of the key. But once this grass grows up a little bit taller than you might want, you can go ahead and harvest the whole tray and store it in like a Tupperware bowl that's sealed or a Ziploc baggie, and keep that in the refrigerator, and your cut grass will keep for 2 or 3 good days and can be juiced as needed, maybe 3 or 4 days, depending on conditions. But there you go. So harvesting, just grab a big fistful of this stuff from the edge and just give it a haircut with a knife, or you can also use scissors. So that's our harvest. So we've got a nice little quantity of harvested wheatgrass there, freshly harvested. You can see our kind of partially harvested tray. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and juice some of this grass using our Super Angel juicer. So you want a little catch basin, a nice little flat Tupperware tray, and we're going to put it in our patented wheatgrass shot glass. So with our Super Angel juicer, we're going to just turn this guy on, and we are going to engage the gears. There we go. And we'll just juice some grass. And you'll note that it's this particular juicer is quite fast. And keep your fingers out of there. Most juicers these days come with a nice little tamper, which is good. And that's a fairly small quantity. Again, you can do larger quantities than that if you like. There we go. And we've got a nice, fairly small amount of bright green, yummy, delicious wheatgrass juice. Now you can see it's a little foamy, which is fine. That's pretty standard. And we'll put that in our wheatgrass shot glass. Delicious. So you can see we didn't juice very much there, just about 1 shot glass worth, about an ounce. And that's typically how much most people start off with, and then might work up to about 4 ounces over time. But you'll notice the pulp, we didn't get much pulp out of there, and that pulp is virtually dry. It is just very efficient, the Super Angel. It's our favorite electric juicer, but again, the price point mirrors that. And again, you've got about 1 ounce of bright green, yummy, delicious wheatgrass juice. And visit us at www.wheatgrasskits.com for more information and supplies, juicers all the way to wheatgrass. We've got barley grass growing kits, the whole deal. Thanks.